Now, if you recognize what we've been doing, we were doing adding, subtracting yesterday. Now we've been multiplying. Now, this problem, it's actually a common mistake for students. If I show you some examples from yesterday, the math operation between the parentheses is what? Multiplication. But in yesterday's lesson, you might have had something like addition and subtraction. But when you see two sets of parentheses, it might be wise just to circle. Everyone say circle? Circle the math operation to identify in your head, like, I need to add, or in this case, I need to multiply. Okay? A common mistake, again, is just students will just kind of rush it and not pay attention to that. Okay? So here you can use a couple of methods. You can either use FOIL, because you have a binomial. Binomial means two. You have two terms. So we would call this a binomial times a binomial. And FOIL works just for this specific case, but doesn't work for something that's bigger polynomial, such as a trinomial. So I like to show you guys the box. So let's do the box. Now the box, I'm actually just going to save some time and put it actually right underneath one of my binomials. And it doesn't matter if you're using FOIL or the box, you're going to do the same math operations. You're going to multiply first, and then we're going to add. The reason why it's a 2 by 2 box is because I have a binomial. I have two terms, 1, 2, and each of the terms is above the columns. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy 6 minus 2i here. So let's go ahead and multiply. Class, 1 times 6 is? I times 6? I6, or we write 6i. Negative 2i times 1. And negative 2i times I. Okay, pay attention here. I times I is I squared. Okay, we just multiplied. Now we're going to add. So let's take these out of the box. So I have 6. 6i here is positive. Minus 2i. And minus 2i squared. Ryan, I squared is equal to negative 1. Now I can just write everything else. Let's combine like terms here. 6i and a negative 2i gives us 4i. And again, remember, this is not negative 2 minus 1. This is multiplication. So negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. And then we can just add those, and you get 8 plus 4i. Yesterday we talked about how to write the real first, then the complex. So 8 plus 4i is our answer. Let's try another problem just like that. Let's draw a box. Remember that line kind of goes where the math operation is. Class, what am I going to write here? Negative 3, and this over here? Negative I. Class, what math operations am I going to do first? Let's multiply. 2 times negative 3? Negative 3 times negative 2i? 6i. Negative I times 2? Negative I times negative 2i. Very good. So now I'll just write down those terms. So we've just multiplied. Now we're going to add. Negative 6 minus 2i plus 6i plus 2i squared. Remember, if it's not negative, it's positive. Nicole, what do we know about I squared? Negative 1. So I have negative 6. Class, if I combine like terms here, what do I get? Plus 4i. And this will be 2 times negative 1. And 2 times negative 1 is? So I have negative 6 plus 4i minus 2. And our answer becomes negative 8. Try that again. Negative 8 plus 4i. And that'll be our answer. Take your time, multiply, then add.